Haven't they? They're really just racking up the stat rolls here. So these are some really great lizards here. He's Chameleon Trotsky, Isaac Newton, Queen Elizabeth are all stat up skinks. That's pretty amazing.
Yep.
And of course that Strength 5 Saurus has served him well and hopefully will continue to do so. And of course Axelander the Great, the total loser who refuses to get block and just keeps getting himself punched in the face. That happened a lot in the Minors Championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good team.
No, it's true. Spoopy's a great person with a great team and some great players on it and a good theme. So Drenar is absolutely correct, as is Dory. All right, let's take a look at Rolling Pink's team.
Oh my god, this team.
Yeah, so these are the what are they? Furious Fenbeasts?
I think I've got it open. Fogmire.
Fogmire Fenbeasts. There they are. They are 1910, so Spoopy is going to be getting some inducements on this one. Just enough for a wizard if he wants it. And look at all that frenzy. That's that is a thing. I don't know if I've ever seen lizards with frenzy before, so this is going to be quite a game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the Surfs will be faster in this game than they were in the Minors final, right?
Yes. Yeah, this is like, I have no idea what to expect from these guys. Like, we knew what to expect in the Minors final because we had seen the team, but wow, and they have a legend Saurus. Look at that guy. Mighty Blow, Tackle, Frenzy, Pro, Dauntless. Dauntless on a Saurus. That is an interesting choice.
Yeah. I guess he tries to kill big guys.
Yeah, that works.
Strength 5 blood, step, break, tackle.
That's
oh
pretty
God.
crazy. Oh man, this entire team is scary looking.
Is that AV up, AV busted?
I know he's move busted. Is he? Oh yeah, he is. Look at that. He is an AV up, AV busted Saurus. I guess you take that. You get Blodge, then you get AV busted, then you level up and you get that.
I was looking at the team on REBBL.net. I totally glossed over that. That's incredible.
That is
It's a
interesting.
unique
And
builder. Yeah, definitely.
I thought that he had another skink, but I guess not. So he's actually 1970. So that's a lot of inducements for Spoopy to pick up here, huh?
Yeah.
A
It's pretty
unique
crazy.
build. Yeah, I can tell he's a unique builder. This is a fun-looking team. 4 tackle. It's going to be scary for the skinks. Plenty of guard, tons of mighty blow. I think that Spoopy should be worried about his team, let alone winning this game.
Absolutely.
Now, the skinks aren't as good, so maybe that's one notch in Spoopy's favor. But in general, it looks like it could be a scary team to face.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the skinks aren't as good right now, right? Until those tackle mighty blow Saurus get hold of Spookies.
Right, of course. That is always the way that it happens, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna get into Cabal TV so I can get ready to search for. I'm probably just gonna search for Priss. I doubt that there's gonna be many other Priss coaches in the pool other than Priss Binchley, Spoopy's coach name. And now we can just kind of hang.
Wonderful. Do we have news on the competition?
Well, let me take a look. There's no word yet.
Would have nominated him for the I Did It My Way award. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They're working on it.
They're working on it. Wonderful.
They're working on it. It's the problem is that the folks who set up the comps typically are busy, and so this is not someone who's used to the process doing it. So they're being walked through it by people who are on Discord but not at their computer to actually set the comp up. So. Yeah, absolutely, Dranar. That would be a good nomination. Hey, Techie19, welcome. Okay. Actually, you know what? I have the Challenger Cup hype video here. So let me go
Let's
ahead
do that.
and play that for y'all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit go on that. Everybody, I apologize if this is loud. I think I set it up, but yeah, here we go. And we are back. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. I think that it's a really awesome video, and
I think it's great.
we have some talented folks making these things for us for the Rebel. We you know with so many active coaches, it's bound that there's some who have some talents, right? And they come out and they help us.
Yeah. This was Zord, right? So he
I believe
bodged
so. Yeah,
together it.
he
Bodged it together last night casually.
he did. But I mean, when you say that, he bludged it together out of stuff that he had already made that was really good. Because he's one of our best video smiths. He makes most of the really awesome hype videos for the different playoff seasons. Um, he rocks pretty hard. I would a lot of people like to say he's the hardest working man in Rebel. I'll say second. Major Bite with all the technical stuff is right up there too. But they hold us together with the hype, right?
They're
The
pretty
hype is
good.
important.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see how things are going with this competition.
Oh, Lokoff.
Okay.
Shale's set up a what's it called? Necro Discord server.
I'm surprised there wasn't one of those yet.
Yeah, there wasn't one. And anybody else that plays Necro, for that matter. The link is in Beer Hall. Somewhere.
Awesome.
Scroll up a bit in Beer Hall.
Okay. Yep. Arch XL is almost finished setting the brackets up. So we should actually be... Very funny, random boy. I wonder if that joke's ever going to get old. I'm going to enjoy it for a very long time.
Definitely not.
All right. Hopefully things will be off to a start very soon here. And again, I apologize for this delay, everybody, but there was some issues getting enough admin teams into the comp to actually get it started on time. But it looks like we are going to come in. Hey, we're not half an hour late, which means we're on time, right? That's the Blood Bowl way.
Yeah, I mean, at least you didn't show up half an hour early, like me and Rix did.
Oof. Yeah, that's gotta be
Sorry,
awkward.
an hour early.
That's super awkward. Glad that got taken care of.
I won't blame Zord, but it was Zord.
I mean, I thought that this game was supposed to be happening an hour later, but then I checked the calendar just to make sure, and thank goodness I did. But apparently people have a really hard time with time zones, so like when they tell me what time stuff is going to be, I should just not believe them anymore and just check myself. That's really what I should start doing.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing about this Google Calendar, right? Like Metal and Zord was saying earlier, you just put it on.
Yes, yeah.
That's the time zone.
That's why I checked the Google Calendar, just to be absolutely certain.
Spoopy wins Challenger Cup. Rolling Pink will play a tabletop team of his choice to be sent to him.
That is quite an offer. I think he feels very confident in his chances of winning this game. That's quite a bet there.
Metal doesn't stream.
I'm gonna have to tell him you said that, Red. Rolling. What do we call you?
He's rolling red here. He's rolling pink in Discord.
So rolling then?
Just rolling, yeah.
Rolling color? Rolling Rainbow? Isn't that show with LeVar Burton, Rolling Rainbow?
No idea.
I wonder what tabletop team he would fit. I know, Dory. I know. I grew up watching Reading Rainbow. I'm not. For those of you who are wondering why there's no LCAM today, it's because I like to put the focus on the contenders in a game like this rather than on me. So I turn it off.
Mm.
Yeah, but people who grew up with Reading Rainbow are intelligent. That's like the whole point, man. God, no, I know, right? It's hard, like, you can't just make a blanket statement about everybody, no matter what. At least most of us know what books look like. I'll give us that. I don't remember Wishbone. You know what I remember? I remember Mr. Wizard. Uh, and I remember a bunch of shows on PBS that were part of their educational stuff. Oh, yeah, I have my REBBL logo, Finny. I just didn't turn it on. There. I'll just turn that on so you don't complain anymore. Oh, here, let's turn on the signups tracker, too. I just didn't want to turn it on until the game had officially begun. But we'll do it.
Okay.
There we go.
Up to 340 now, jeez.
I know, right? It was only 338, like, an hour ago when I was setting these things up. Oh, Little Beagle Educational Show.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I remember a show called 3-2-1 Contact, which was about computers and math that I watched a lot. I know, I'm a total nerd. There was a segment on it called MathNet, which was a takeoff of Dragnet. They would solve crimes by doing algebra. It was really enjoyable, and there was Mathman, who was like Pac-Man, except he would have to solve math problems.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. And Mr. Wizard,
That's
of course.
some
If you
weird
guys
TV.
don't know who Mr. Wizard is, he was like Bill Nye, only when I was a kid, and he would do experiments. Oh my God, he was absolutely boss, and he would have these kids on, and he would teach amazing stuff. He did chemistry experiments and physics experiments, and he cooked a hot dog with a solar oven, and he would show optical illusions, and he would do computer programming tricks and all kinds of really cool stuff. What an amazing show. Okay. Arch is just getting things finished up.
Excellent. Big comfy couch. I mean, I like a big comfy couch, but why is that?
I don't know about Big Comfy Couch. That, I think, was past my time. Hey, Seth. Welcome. We're just waiting for the comp to get set up so that we can actually watch this game here. Going to be super exciting when it happens. Now, I don't know about Big Comfy Couch. Okay, so, Dory, I think you might be a little bit younger than me. I remember Zaboomafoo, but I remember it being too young for me. So I think you might be a couple years behind me. That might have been something that my sister was into. I think that would explain this whole generational thing. It's amazing how just a couple of years makes such a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Right. So in 1992 I was 10. And I was probably watching quote adult entertainment unquote. Yeah, I was way too cool. I was way too cool for that.
Way too cool.
I am too cool for them kids shows, everyone. Oh my goodness. Only 90s kids remember. You're so clever, Dory. You're so... Yeah, Rugrats. I never really...
Oh my God, I know that one.
Yeah. I never was really into Rugrats, but my contemporaries were huge into it. I was a bigger fan of Doug and Who's the Wallaby?
What?
Rocco's Modern
Wallaby?
Life.
Huh?
Yeah, Rocco. Yep, that's right. Rocco the Wallaby.
No idea. I know Doug.
Right.
Arthur. That's what I thought you were talking about with the Wallaby. Arthur was quality.
Yeah, I was 3-2-1 Contact. I was just talking about that. You must not have heard that. Yeah, 3-2-1 Contact is the shit, man. They had a magazine too, and the magazine, the centerfold would be a computer game printed in BASIC that you could program into your computer yourself, and so you could like mod it to like change how it worked. And oh my god, I loved that. That was so cool. Oh yeah, no, Rocco's definitely messed up for a kids show. He works at a phone sex line. I mean, like, oh man, that show was really funny. A lot of those kids shows have like weird,
Mhm.
weird stuff in them. That, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
that's
had
what
we had
started
a
this whole
lot of those.
conversation, Seth. Reading Rainbow. That's what got us on this ridiculous tangent about educational kids shows. Such a good show. I remember hearing about how LeVar was doing some other, like outreach stuff, and he was using his motto from Reading Rainbow, and he actually got sued by the holding company that owns the rights for his own motto because the show isn't his. I felt so bad for him. What a jerk thing to do to somebody, right? Like he made that what it was, and he can't even say that anymore. I don't know. Yeah, money,
Uh,
man. Money just messes everything up. That's why I'm glad I don't have any. And I'm gonna keep saying that until I have some.
yeah.
You guys need to make me rich. Dump those bits into my pocket. Someday Twitch will actually send me money. it's
Someday.
it's never happened yet. I've been affiliate for like 6 months now, and
Yeah. Same boat as me.
yeah, he did try to bring it back through Kickstarter. I remember hearing about that. Did that fizzle? Did they not get funded, or did they get sued about the rights for that too? Hmm. That's a show that we need. Not enough people. This is something that I think is that reading a lot gives you like a broad-based knowledge base, and it also teaches you how to find stuff out. Because like if you're reading and you don't know something, then you just naturally go to look. At least that's what I did. You look up words, you look up concepts, and it kind of teaches you how to research. Just read a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. LeVar Burton's a really cool guy. Oh man, he should too. He absolutely should love books. Books are amazing. I love books. I tried like, reading novels and stuff in ebook format and I just can't. There's something tactile, something very satisfying about reading a paper book that you just don't get from a screen. It's
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah. I enjoy reading books. It takes specific book to get me into it, so I don't read very often. But when I do get super into it.
Isn't it? It's like I realize that it's like, 4 in the morning and I should have gone to bed hours ago, but uh, when a book hooks you like that, it's hard to pull yourself out. Hey, Muffin.
Yeah. I can read. I just can't write, Dory.
How do you think he responds to chat, Dory? Do you think he's got some kind of text to voice thing in his ear reading the chat to him? No, this is the beginning of the stream. We're a little bit delayed in the game starting because the comp had to be built. It wasn't yet, and so we're just waiting for that. And then we're gonna cheer. Of course, Finney and I are gonna be totally unbiased broadcasters,
Mhm.
but those of you in the audience are welcome to cheer for Spoopy as the minors champion because he deserves to win and he's way more awesome. No
Yes.
offense to Rolling Rainbow.
Well, you can cheer for Rolling Rainbow if
Um,
you love Frenzy
yeah, I
as
mean,
much as he does.
I'm sure he's an awesome guy too. I just don't know him, and Spoopy is the man.
I'm just going to be cheering for Lizard to death.
Yes, I would love to see some lizards die. Both of these teams are kind of gross, and you know, I just like seeing people die. That's why I play Blood Bowl, really. Like, not real people, obviously. But Blood Bowl players, yeah, they need to die. That's why they're here. It's a blood sport. Dory has never lost to Spoopy. So if he wins, yeah, all right.
Yeah, Dory trying to claim those figures from Rolling Red. Like, Spoopy, give me. I get one lineman, right?
Yeah, that's right. Spoopy we'll try to talk Spoopy into sending you a lineman, Dory, because you never lost to him. I don't think he'll go for it, though.
Somehow, no. I've never lost to Spoopy. Does that mean I get something?
Nor I. We were supposed to play, but we didn't get to. He did. He was the runner-up in the finals. This is the same team. He played Don Quixote for the college championships and lost on some kind of ridiculous 5+5+4+3+3+3+ that Don made for the final touchdown. It was
you
like,
said his name out loud.
I'm sorry. He who shall not be named. He was the champion. I have to at least recognize that, as much as I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
we all.
Exist anymore, so we don't worry about him.
He didn't die. In case you're worried that we're making fun of someone who's dead, he's just not with us anymore.
But yeah, Spoopy was runner-up in college,
Yes.
winner of minors, same team all the way through.
And he is just tearing things up. He is, yeah, that's right. He went to the special farm that we send our Blood Bowl coaches to. He's living a good life where no one will ever see him again. He definitely didn't get made into glue. Let me just check on how things are going here in the admin channel. He's working on it. This is a tough process building this comp.
Is it not even built yet? Oh my god.
Well, he's got to do all the seeding. The problem was that there
Right,
weren't enough
yeah.
admin teams created so that it couldn't be seeded.
Yeah.
But in order to get this game to go off at least close to on time, we managed to whip that into shape, and so it's just getting built now. He's almost done.
Yeah. See, this being the first Challenger Cup game.
Yes.
Being at 2:30 a.m. for us in the UK. See, Zord and Metal didn't quite get to it before they disappeared for the night.
Yeah, and that happens. I don't blame them. They had a lot of work to do getting the.
They did a lot of work today, right?
And but there's a couple more of these games coming up. There's actually one that's going to be overlapping with the end of this game, and then there's another one happening a couple hours after that, and then there's another one happening. Nope, wait, just these three in a row in the next.
So we have Paranoid Puppies versus Night Saying Knee in just over an hour.
Yep.
I think Rusty's going to stream that.
I believe you're correct. They are going to be doing it together.
And then in 6 hours, Space Bounty Hunters versus Rebels Dead Army. And nobody is casting that yet, but I'm sure someone will pick it up.
1 a.m. I could probably do that. I've been staying up that late.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll kick the Challengers Cup off in grand style. Get everything started off in a wonderful way.
Yes. Hello. There's some spiders going on.
Ooh, spiders! Muffin, thank you for the sub. You are so awesome. If you sub, you too can get this awesome Blood Bowl spider as an emote on Twitch. You can let everyone know that you support Dark Elves, basically.
So lizard mirrors, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Like this is.
What do we think is gonna decide this
Oh
lizard mirror?
god. Honestly, casualties.
Yeah.
I think if somebody gets a couple of good Kazs in, especially on Sora's, then yeah, it's gonna be removals. Um, I don't really think anything else could possibly make the difference, and I think that Rolling Rainbow probably has the edge in causing said injuries, but
Mm-hmm.
not like a massive edge, just a small one, and it's all going to be
Yeah.
in Nuffle's hands, really.
Yeah, and I mean, from what I remember of Spoopy's Miners playoff run, his last two lizard mirrors were decided by kind of positioning errors from his opponents and
Yes.
maybe not protecting the ball quite as well as they should.
Yes, and I don't think he's going to have that advantage in this game. I think that he's up against some tough competition,
Yeah.
and so it's going to come down to him not making errors and the dice working out in his favor. And yes,
Yeah.
you did hear correctly. This is indeed his third Lizard Mirror in a row. His his semifinals was a Lizard Mirror. His finals was a Lizard Mirror, and now the ticket that he gets to the Championship Cup is for a Lizard Mirror. So if he wants to play someone who's not a Lizard team, he's got to win this game.
Yeah. Odds on his if he doesn't win this game, his first opponent next season being Lizards. I'd say pretty high at this point.
Let's take a look at the bracket. Let me grab that and pull that up.
The bracket, yeah, we can see what the future holds for these two.
Yeah, what their next couple games are. All right, so it looks like the other two teams on this tier are the Delicious Elves and the Quigonas. Let's take a look. Oh no, that's not a lizard team, is it? Could this be
Oh
4
god.
lizard mirrors in a row if Spoopy wins this one? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and take a look at what these teams are. Teams. Quigonas. Oh, are they not in yet? That's not working out, right? That must be spelt wrong. How about these delicious elves? There's the delicious elves. Epical one.
Oh, that's epical.
It is indeed, and look at that. Some nice word answers. Now, traditionally, lizards have interesting matchups with wood elves.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be very interesting for him if that happens. And of course, being delicious, I'm sure that the Croxagore is going to be distracted.
Epical plays a ton of woodies.
He does, and there's nobody here starting
He's
with a
here
Q.
somewhere.
So I wonder what I'm missing here with this team. Let's
What
see.
are we looking for?
Te-
Must be a G-Man team. What's the team name?
According to the here, let me just copy it so that you can see exactly how it's been spelled. Quiguanas. Quigonas.
Quiganas. That is a lizard team. I'm looking on
Oh
REBBL.net.
no.
The coach name is Xtrem. XTRE.
Oh, I'm not seeing. Maybe he didn't accept his ticket yet. He must be one of those slackers that caused us to have to put an admin team in.
So it has a diving tackle Saurus, Croxagore.
Go to rebel.net and find it.
We got
You said it's a
Bludge
G-man?
Blow Guard. It is G-Man, yeah. Some beat up skinks.
All right, let me go ahead and bring this browser window here.
Gerzoot is trying to get his game started as well, apparently. Discord. Should I tell them that it's being built?
Yes. Oh. I am very sorry about the delay, everyone. I really wanted to get this game started, and we're pushing to get it on time, but these things happen.
It's very much not on time now, but I'll get it going. Ah! Getting attacked by
What?
bugs.
Attacked by bugs? That's not
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
Need a Crocs Blitz Bonehead for your playoff bingo. Oh, well, that shouldn't be hard to do.
Oh, that's gotta happen, surely.
Panicked Muffin is now hosting me. Well, thank you very much,
Hooray!
Muffin. Subbing and hosting, you are amazing.
Oh, you missed it earlier. I think everyone was one viewer hosting Space Cadet, one after the other. So,
Ha! Just to troll him.
yeah.
Rock on. Hey, Spoopy! What is
Spoovy's here.
up? Yeah, we were just discussing how it's possible that you may face a fourth lizard mirror, depending on how things go between the Quigonas and the delicious elves. uh, Spoopy, I think that you have actually gone through the scary door, and you are now in a dimension where you are only allowed to play lizard mirrors for the rest of your Blood Bowl career.
Definitely.
Vinny hosted me with a viewer, and I've got my alerts turned off, so people can't troll me like that because I don't want to screw up the playoff
What was
game.
that? What was that thing that just popped?
Did a thing pop?
A thing popped on Blood Bowl.
Oh,
Competition side,
I
probably.
believe so. Woot! Looks like they are ready to go.
Just typing in Discord. Yeah. All the clues point to the competition being started.
The competition
Bye,
has
Spoop.
started. Bye, Spoopy. Bye, Rolling
Good luck.
Rainbow. Good luck to both of you. Kill each other hard. We're gonna be rooting for blood. All right. Well, now we just wait for them to get into kickoff, and we will be good to go with this game. So,
Yay!
I hope you all have your snacks, your drinks ready, and you're gonna be glued to your seats for the next however long this game takes. Hopefully, it won't go to freaking overtime like the last couple have. For those of you who don't know, the Scary Door is the Twilight Zone ripoff show from Invader Zim. Was that Invader Zim? Pretty sure it was Invader Zim. You've gone through the Scary Door.
Oh, I got excited then. New game popped up. I've just got REBBL.
Oh no, it's Futurama. That's from Futurama. I get my old cartoons mixed up. They're both so awesome.
Wait, Futurama's old? What?
Yeah. I mean, when's the last new episode of Futurama?
I have no idea. I guess it's old.
Oh dear. Wikipedia says that it ran until the reboot ran until 2013, so it is 6 years old. The
Wow.
most recent episode is 6 years ago. Oh, Futurama is one of the best cartoons ever made. Absolutely. Cannot be disputed.
I don't know about better than Family Guy.
Oh, definitely better than Family Guy.
What? You guys don't like Family Guy?
The Family Guy's okay. I don't like how
Nope, we're in.
we're in. Let's do it. Wow, that inducements did not take long at all.
Click wizard, click end.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true.
or did he talk himself into Slibbly? What do we reckon?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out in just a second here. Here we go. So, we are clearly not on Spoopy's pitch. He does not have Astro Granite. This must be Rolling Rainbow's pitch here. And it would appear that things have ended up with Rolling Rainbow receiving. And I don't see Slibbly. Oh, there's Slibbly. So he did go with Slibbly. All right.
Went with Slibbly. That means he spent his bank, right?
It does. He spent his whole bank. I guess he really wants to be the first minors coach to win a game in the REBBL playoffs. And that is a statistic. Up until now, of course, there was no Challengers Cup. It was just the main playoffs. And the minors champion got a ticket to that. But no minors champion has ever won the first game. So we're hoping that with the Challenger Cup widening the field of competition, that he's going to have an opportunity to break that.
Yeah.
He does need all the guard that he can get. He's facing way more guard than he has. And so we'll see how that goes. And he's starting with one of his typical setups, where he's got the Crocs in the wing and he's got the Strength 5 Saurus in the other wing, kind of spreading out the extra strength and trying to keep things hemmed in. And so we'll see how that works for him. It seems to work really well in his games in the minors. We'll see how it goes here. And of course, it looks like Rolling Red has the Fame in this game. So that is a little bit against Spoopy here.
The huge thing about Slibbly is one less skink on the pitch, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Because he's got a lot of protecting of those skinks to do.
With all that tackle.
It's just gonna make it so much easier.
All right, and he is confirmed. It's a fairly standard setup for Spoopy.
Yeah. Rolling here instantly looks like he's setting up to take advantage of a quick snap.
Oh yeah.
Instantly snap that Crocs over there to step up one square if he can.
And maybe this Saurus here too, Francis Drake, since he's got tackle and the Saurus in the front there has Blodge.
Yep.
Now in
the other
contrast,
side will be a bit more of an issue, but yeah.
In contrast to Spoopy's two-player bench, we have absolutely no bench, and in fact a loner skink in the Fogmire Fenbeasts side. So.
Yeah, but you know what loner skinks are good for, right?
Fouling.
Yeah. So.
Hopefully Spoopy remembers fouling. Quick snap, as we said. Hey! Well, things are starting off really well for Rolling Rainbow here.
Where is that kick? Oh my.
That is one heck of a kick. Way deep into the end zone. Well, that might even be a touchback. If that's a touchback, do you give this to a Saurus?
I mean, I would, but you're going to be stepping them all into tackle zones, right?
Yeah,
if you weren't trying to punish the two Sauruses for being too close, then you could.
Yeah, yeah. This is This is potentially very bad for Spoopy.
Yeah.
That quick snap is not how he wanted to start this game off, I think.
Yep. Just rule of 5, guys. Defense.
Yeah.
Turn 1.
It's really hard to argue against the rule of 5.
Yeah, especially turn 1, right?
Yeah. You know, I can
so
understand.
Much blood to play.
I can understand going wide in the second part of a half. You know, if you get a turnover, if you get a kickoff and it's like turn 5, 6, go wide then, because you might actually be able to stop the score back. But you know, if your opponent wants to score in the first 2 turns because you set up in rule of 5, let them. That's fine. It's really what you want.
Yep. I had some dwarves do it to me the other day.
Which Crocs panicked?
Literally sprint down the field. And I was like, okay, cool. Won the game.
Wow, dwarves sprinting down the field. That's unusual.
Yep.
And it's not a
Yeah.
touchback. That ball is way deep in the corner there. If this Agi
Yeah.
4 skink screws up this pickup, that could be very interesting.
Yeah, one on the pickup there could be huge. If he doesn't, then he's a skink. He's gonna get back quite quickly.
Well, Muffin, what I think about the Crocs in the wing is if he had a good reason to set up wide, the Crocs in one wing and the Strength 5 Source in the other wing is not terrible. But I think this Crocs is going to get isolated, and if he gets even one bonehead in the first couple turns, then Swoopy's going to be in serious trouble. So 2 hits,
Yeah.
no armor breaks, nothing interesting happening there. Man, these guys have so many skills.
I know, right? The one thing I will say about sticking your Crocs all the way on one side there is you're really encouraging your opponent, and it looks like he's doing it, to go down commit to one side early,
Mm-hmm.
which it can be really good for you defending because it can be easier to cut them off and pressure them.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's Spoopy's idea behind it.
Ikoma, thank you for the sub. Oh, and we have our first armor break, and it is just a stun. Black-bearded lizard is on the floor, not even by Mighty Blow.
So where's our blitz here? I guess the Legendsaurus is blitzing.
Yeah,
No, he's punching Slibly.
Yeah, know that. Oh, Slibley withstanding several blows. Finally goes down on the 4th of 4 hits. Frenzy there showing its strength and getting extra rolls on the stand firm with him standing firm, but unfortunately he's not able to make it through all of them. And there it is,
Right.
and it's
Are we
just a
hitting the
push on a skink. Yeah.
And that's not a Frenzysaurus.
It's not,
He's
and that's a
thinking about
sidestep
creepy
skink too. Well, he doesn't want the sidestep to just wiggle his way.
He
Oh,
goes for it.
and he gets
Got
it.
him.
Oh! And
Justice.
Isaac Newton is stunned. So 2 armor breaks, both just stuns. Not what Rolling Rainbow wanted with Mighty Blow on a skink there, but it's what he got. And now I guess he's going to have to try to do something about this ball, huh? Way back here in this corner.
Ball or Crocs first? Probably ball.
Yeah, ball.
Yeah.
And he
Got
gets it. I mean,
nice.
awesome. And it's out of reach of the Secret Lizard Overlords skinks, so he doesn't have to defend it as hard. And there's the foul on Slibley. Oh, and he's KO'd. That is big right there, my friends. Taking Slibley off the field on the line of scrimmage. And that's why you don't...
What did I say about that loner skink?
That he's good for fouling. That's, yeah, Silly Billy becomes Sleepy Billy. You're right there, Dranar. So that is, that could be very, very huge for the process of this game. That was all of Spoopy's inducement money, and most of his bank got spent on Slibley there. So if he doesn't come back, that's a big problem. I wonder what Spoopy is going to do here.
We didn't punch with the Crocs.
No, I think that he just didn't
want... keep that guy tied up.
Yeah, he didn't want him to go stupid. And I can respect that.
Yeah, I suppose that guy can come and hit your skinks.
Plus that guy has blodge, and so it would just be 2 dice.
Oh yeah.
Through
Pow
stupid
fishing.
And pow fishing, and yeah, no, I like just keeping him there.
Yep, it's pretty good.
So what is Spoopy gonna do here? He has taken his time to think about things, and he has plenty of time to think here.
I mean,
what would you do in Spoopy's place, Finny?
Jeez, I'm just looking. Whoa, Spoopy is going in behind.
Yes, Crocs on 3 skinks. I like that.
I'd have been looking to recover for a turn and maybe minimize the hits next turn, but
yeah.
He's just going in.
No, he decided that this is going to turn into a straight-up punch fest. Being down 2 Saurus, considering Slibley and the stunned one, that's a bet and a half that he's making here. But we'll see how it goes for him.
But you know what? With the whole team bunched up in the middle like this, if he can, surround him and pen him in away from the ball.
And then get those skinks around to start threatening the skink who has the ball.
Yeah, but now that Saurus has gone back in front, so
I think he's setting up to be able to take a punch
Setting
on
up the
Thulek.
assist there.
Yeah. The minus armor minus movement Saurus.
Yeah. And then I guess we blitz with the guy on the floor, Eric the Red-Bellied.
I wouldn't hate
Trying
that. He doesn't have
rather than just
backup though. He would need a skink assist if he didn't want to do a
yeah,
1-die. No, oh, yeah, if he didn't want to do a 1-die.
yeah,
There's the skink assist. So we are blitzing
yeah.
with him, and we're blitzing now. Here we go. That is not what he wanted.
No,
High
no,
five.
no.
Saurus high five.
Yeah. So the question there was, do you want to just stand your Saurus up to get punched, or do you want to put the skink in and risk the skink getting punched? And
Mighty blow hit. No result. That's disappointing.
we're gonna red die this Crocs.
I don't think so. You've got Blodge. I think you just let the Crocs decide what to do. Question
Yeah,
really
just
is, what is
leave him there.
Chameleon Trotsky gonna do? And you know, Croctor Phil, the Croxagore, is kind of hanging out there. Mr. Pro Dauntless doesn't even need Dauntless to hit him with 2 dice with all those skinks providing assists. Pro Dauntless, what a crazy skill choice. That's
Yeah,
commitment right there.
I feel like Spoopy saw the 3 skinks in a line and went, I'm gonna put my Crocs on all of those.
I mean, I would do that too with a beast. I'd just be like, yep, right away, and then afterwards be like, ooh.
Yeah. Whoops.
he's got no
Whoops.
backup. Oh dear. Now what do I do? All right, well, blitz right off the back. We are going to be punching the strength. Oh no, we're punching a skink.
The
Yes,
skink.
tackle takes him down.
Tackle
He's
frenzy.
fine.
Oh my god, these skinks.
Iron
The
skinks.
skinks.
Mighty
Skinks
blow
are
does
better than
nothing.
Sliply. So we just got a couple more punches here. Punch on the Crocs. And then just repositioning really, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and he gets him. Takes 2 tries, but he gets him. Do
Yeah.
you take the both down here? Take him down where he is, so that he's tagged up by as many people as possible, and potentially fouled by that rookie skink.
I would have gone for the gang foul.
Well, he went with the defender stumbles, but Spoopy stood firm, so same result.
Mm-hmm.
I would have considered not standing firm just to reduce how many people can,
Yeah.
get in on that foul.
Yeah, I think if I was Swoopy, I'd have not stood firm on both. Like, yeah, your Crocs is isolated, but then he can't really stay in his backfield anymore.
Yeah.
Crocs is there.
All right, and just a push on Eric the Red-Bellied. Strength 5 Saurus doing fine. And another POW deep in the middle on poor Axelander the Great. Is he going to do anything? Nope, he's okay. He's not removed right away like he was last time.
Pretty strong positioning for those 3 Sauruses there, basing all those down guys.
Yeah, things on the right-hand side are looking really not good for Spoopy, I think.
Here comes the skink.
Oh, wow. Right up the
We're
middle.
providing an assist. I think we're providing an assist with the ball carrier.
This is a big Crocs foul here. Ball carrier foul assist. Now, the question is, do you foul before you protect the ball completely? Or do you just sacrifice one of those?
I think you can afford to. That Bloodsaurus is the only threat, really?
My goodness. This is
Oh boy, he's all in.
This is a big old foul. He gets him. Thick skull keeps him on the field.
Woohoo!
Take that, everybody who says don't take thick skull. Don't take thick skull. All right.
This is not safe.
It is. I mean,
there's a 2 dice on the ball. Like he can literally walk around with Genghis Slam.
Yeah, you're right. He absolutely can. I wonder if Spoopy sees that. And he's got tackle too. Look at that. Mighty blow tackle.
Yeah, it's the right guy as well. Yeah.
On that Agi piece. Well, I guess What do
I
you
mean,
do anything before that?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, neither would I.
If you're doing it, do it. Because the recovery is questionable at best.
So here's a
You're going to be
question.
pushing him into his own team.
Do you make the GFI? Ooh, this is okay, Spoopy. I don't like what you're doing here. You should have pushed the ball, hit the ball. All right.
You're going to say GFI to do what?
GFI
Put
to
a
push
guard
him
in?
straight to the right, so that you could then push him up.
Oh, to push him back towards your team?
Yeah.
You could have considered that, yeah. So who did we knock down there? The Snicker of the Snack?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, this is the stuff I would have been doing last turn as Spoopy, trying to recover, trying to minimize punches.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't like the way that he didn't go for the ball with a no GFI 2-die on the ball with tackle.
Yeah. Not only are they going for the ball, right, your Crocs is surrounded.
Yeah, I mean,
You
he very well
probably
may
want
get
to
fouled
save him.
again.
You probably want to save him, and hitting the ball actually helps to save him as well, because it's in that area.
Mm-hmm. You could even push him out.
Yeah. Whereas now, he's basically giving up his Crocs.
Yeah, I would be shocked if that Crocs doesn't get fouled again.
Yeah.
Maybe not with as good of a foul. He may want to put the ball somewhere else. His gamble, putting it there, paid off heavily when it did not get
Yeah.
hit by Spoopy. Are we fouling back here?
We might be with what skink? The move up skink.
I don't know. I don't
A
know.
skink with a stat is our fouler. Oh,
He
he
is.
is.
The plus movement skink is indeed fouling. Keep him safe for next game, right? If he gets sent off, no
7
result.
plus foul. Rolls a 6.
Of course, that's always the way.
So, Chameleon Trotsky. I'm gonna go sit somewhere safe, I would imagine. Yep.
Indeed, he does. Well, Spoopy, I'm not a fan of that turn.
Will we see the first action foul?
Ooh. I mean, it'd be tempting.
It's probably one of the best first action fouls you're gonna ever get.
Yeah, the ball is still really, really at risk, though.
Mm-hmm.
I would seriously consider pulling one of the skinks off, maybe moving him around to the left, a square off from that cluster, just to keep anyone from dodging in at the ball.
Yeah.
We just get a push, and it's not with Frenzy. Axelander the Great doing all right so far.
He's getting stuck in there as well. And we're blitzing that guy. Onto
Yep.
the skink. He's skink hunting.
He is, and
Gets him.
you should really, right, in this situation.
Yeah.
Where do you sidestep
I mean,
to die, Isaac Newton?
Oh my god, these skinks.
These skinks are made of absolute steel.
Yeah. I mean, the problem here for rolling is skink hunting is good and there's a lot of value in killing those skinks, but there are 2 more to come on.
There are, and that is the advantage of having such a bench, thanks to Slibley. Even if he did get KO'd right off the bat, it means that no matter what happens, Spoopy is going to have skinks available.
Yeah. Because you could kill all 3 skinks here, score on turn 8, and come back in the second half, and Spoopy was like, yeah, okay, I've got 2 skinks still, it's fine. Alright, we pull a Saurus off the Crocs.
Looks like no super gang foul going on here. We're pressing harder into the right-hand side. It seems like his plan is to tie everyone up on the right. I wouldn't be surprised to see the skinks go off on their lone on the left with the ball while all the Sauruses are having a brawl on the right. That seems entirely reasonable to me as a line of play for Rolling Rainbow to take here.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a bit early. You might not want to go that fast.
Oh yeah, not necessarily this turn, but definitely in the very near
Positioning-wise,
future.
Could be pretty strong. Oh. High five. We are going slightly to the left. And we got a Saurus with us.
Yes. Got to keep those skinks away somehow, right? Discourage them a little bit with Mr. Puff. Is he a magic dragon? He's not needed for Croxagore slaying duties. The Croxagore is sleeping in the other side of the field, so
Aw, no foul.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to see some Crocs blood all over the field.
Yeah.
And we're going to set up a full cage. We're going to dodge this last skink out in order to finish off that cage. I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, I mean, you could. He's getting one died right now if he stays there. So he probably thinking about that, whether it's worth it.
And there he goes.
Goes out in
Ooh.
front.
All right. Discouraging a hit on that front corner Saurus, which is a smart move because hitting that Saurus would slow the cage down and potentially get things really tied up. It's always good to have some strength backing up those skinks, even if they're moving in a nice little cage.
Yeah.
So Spoopy has some questions to answer.
Yeah. The other thing for rolling, right? He has all this frenzy for a reason. Now he's gone and stood on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. He's trying to bait Spoopy over there where he can surf him.
Yeah. Spoopy's got to be really careful here. I mean, if he can even get people free to get in front.
It's gonna be tough here. He's got not a lot of good choices. I mean, he's got. Let's turn skills back on. It's hard to have them on with how many skills the.
Push on a sidestepper.
Who expects a Saurus to have sidestep? I mean, really. Things getting uncomfortable very quickly with that Strength 5 sidestep. Blodge. Break, tackle, Saurus. What a ridiculous list of skills for Saurus. These Sauruses are just gross.
Yeah. He's had the Brachiosaurus. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's going to be punching the the Blodge Step Saurus anytime soon. So where do you blitz if you're Spoopy here? Do we go after the skink in the front of the cage?
With my Crocs? Like... Who are you blitzing at the front with to hit the skink at the front, though?
Yeah, nobody.
Like, the two skinks are stuck on tackle.
Yeah, this whole situation looks really kind of dire for Spoopy here. He is going to have a hard time working himself out of this.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is he's not dead yet. There's still 5 turns.
It's true. And nobody's dead. No pieces have died and just slibly KO'd.
Yeah.
He collected his paycheck and then immediately took a nap. I would have a talk with his agent afterwards. Not like you're going to get anywhere, but always worth a question. I think Spoopy's at a loss here, taking some time to think about... Oh, and the Croc Blitz.
Was it the Blitz?
No, it wasn't a Blitz. It was just a move. Croc decides he's gonna continue napping.
Yeah.
That's too bad, too. He could have really helped to occupy those Sauruses and the Croxagore himself if he had been able to even just move one square.
Yeah. I mean... It's not great, but there's a 1-die on Morbia and then a hit with the Rookie-saurus that might free up Nikolai Tesla to blitz someone.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not great, is it?
No, none of this is really very good. Alright, we take the 1-die, and it is no good.
That was with Nikolai Tesla.
Yeah.
This is tough. Really tough.
Facing the amount of guard that is on this field has got to be intimidating for Spoopy. He doesn't have nearly as much.
Yeah.
And I think it's giving him some trouble. It's something that he is not used to. It's not something he faced in minors.
Yeah. I mean, it's high TV Blood Bowl, right? It's very different.
It really is. All right, we get a POW.
Powered him.
We go for it and we get it, and the sidestepper goes deeper
Yeah, I
into the
was
field.
wondering if he'd bring the skink kid for a 2-die.
No good, but we do have a decent looking foul if we want to take it. It's just a +2 actually.
Yeah.
We could make it a plus. No, it stays +2.
Is this a turn that we red die the Crocs? Oh no, we're just dodging away from tackle. Oh my god.
That was terrifying. I know I was holding my breath.
We still haven't blitzed.
No, we haven't, and we have 4 seconds left.
Uh-oh.
Another dodge away from tackle, and we fail.
Time for a reroll? No.
Oh, and
Ooh.
Queen Elizabeth is KO'd.
I...
That's movement plus off the field. So, Spoopy getting a little indecisive there, and it burnt him. There were some blocks there that he could have taken, and he didn't use his blitz, so...
Yeah. I think I would have invested... The clock not being a factor, I would have rerolled that dodge on the skink. Just because you have other stuff you can do, and you don't want to take that AV roll.
Right, I think not re-rolling it in that instance though was probably a good choice because he would have had to figure out what to do in the next like 4 seconds.
2 seconds to think about what to do and do it. Not good. So we're setting up a 3-die on Isaac Newton.
I think that we're setting up a 3-die into a 3-die.
His sidestep. It's gonna be a 3 into 2.
Doesn't matter.
We pow him. Pow him the first time. Is he gonna stay next to the ball? Yep. And he's not AV broke.
My goodness, we just cannot break any armor.
He is gonna get fouled.
I see this happening. I do.
100%.
See one turner, foul one turner. And here it comes.
Before we do anything else, possibly.
You might want to make sure that it happens. Oh wow, we're going all in on this.
Safe moves first, of course. Yeah, I think this is happening like now.
Yeah, I getting this this blood feeling.
I mean, it's got to be is it a -3 die? Can you make a -3 die against the skink? No, we are making blocks.
We are. Pushing around Sauruses. They're just having a little play fight in there. Are we just going to stand up Tredge, the Strength 5, Blodge step? Where he is?
Either that... Yeah, I think he has to stand up. I mean, you could dodge out from diving tackle.
It's true. I mean, even with break tackle, that's a scary proposition. Of course, Strength 5. So,
Oh god, so it's
just a 3+.
3+? Yeah.
Okay,
So
here goes the foul.
Oh boy.
And
oh boy.
A stun and a send-off. Goodbye, Loner Skink.
You're happy with that if you're rolling red, I think. You'd rather that than leaving the dice on the
ball. Yeah, even if it's really, really unlikely. What are the odds on triple POWs? I think that's 1 in 216.
I mean.
But hey, that's 0.5%, man.
It's 0.5%. Yeah.
Yep. 0.5%. That's 1 in 216. That's 36 times 6.
Yep.
All right.
Dragon. The lizard seems so boring. Yep. This is the 3rd one in a row.
Imagine playing it, right? Hey, Trook.
We're still
welcome.
Hey, Trook is here. Wonderful. We're still into it, though.
All right. We get him. Oh, and he's injured. That is amazing.
MG on the Crocs.
That does he Appo this? It's a 50% chance to do nothing,
You-
but
You
I
might
mean,
have to.
even if
He
he all
doesn't.
right, so even if he wins, he's going on with no Crocs to round 2. That's gonna be big. So I'd say that's on par with
That's a
KOing Slibley there. I think they're
that's
about even
a
now.
that's a huge swing.
That is really good for Spoopy. Even if this stalls until turn 8 and it's a score on turn 8.
KO rolls could basically hand him the game.
Yeah, if Slibley comes back with that Crocs out, then suddenly the strength advantage is massively in Spoopy's favor.
Yep.
All
I
right, we're
think that'll
getting
be
in
a
on the fight on the ball.
huge relief. A huge relief to him to have got that.
Definitely,
'Cause
I agree.
He was struggling last turn to find the play, and now it's
Truk has a good point.
looking.
If he's down TV next match, he could get Slibley and replace the Crocs with him.
Yep.
All right, and we take the
Absolutely.
hit on the ball, and we don't get it because we don't have tackle. But we re-roll it, and we
Ah,
still don't get it because we don't have tackle.
boo.
And where do we go? Yeah. And of course we follow in because we want to make him at least roll that 1 and 9 and try to hit us first. Even if it
We're
does.
also probably gonna get surfed.
This is a thing that is definitely possible if we don't just get Mighty Blowed by Mr. Mighty Blow Tackle there. Bludge is not
Yeah.
helpful against tackle.
Yeah. I mean.
So now the plan is to get as much stuff as we can in and around that ball. Yep, take our punches in that scrum
Wow.
down at the bottom. At least set things up for next kick. Even if none of those guys are getting in on this upcoming play. Probably want to free one of those Sauruses up. Like maybe punch with Genghis Slan. Yep, there we go. Too bad it didn't
Nope.
work. But he wanted to free up Nikoboa Tesla to get on Tredge
Yeah,
so that
you
he can't go to help the
you
ball
really
out.
wanted to push that guy onto your Crocs and then run the other one back, right?
Yeah, that would have been optimal. But it didn't work, sadly. That means that that scrum up near the ball is going to have another... I almost said another Saurus, but tons of Sauruses already. Lizard versus lizard, man.
Yeah, I mean, is he thinking about a Saurus dodge? Or is
I
he just.
I don't
What?
know. Yeah, well, he was thinking about maybe making the punch, but it was going to be one die, and I think he's tired of one dice. And it would be
Oh,
one die on
the guy in the
bludge.
middle doesn't have guard, yeah.
Yeah, and that shows
That's
Spoopy's
fair enough.
disadvantage of not having as much guard. All right, we're going right back into the scrum. We're going to get hit back using the guard advantage.
Who's punching the skink off the ball here? I think it's gonna have to be another skink.
I think you're probably right about that.
Which is, they don't have any fighting skills.
No, they don't, and this is a sidestep
And
skink
it's
that's on the
a
ball.
sidestepper.
So
Jeez.
punching him could actually make it worse.
Yes, we got the assist to get that guy in. Okay.
All right. So now I'm seeing potentially the ball carrier blitzing through the skink.
Boy. I can see the guy on the ground can double GFI to fill the square, and then you can blitz with the other skink. If you really want to make sure he gets off the ball carrier.
Guy on the ground? Oh, yeah.
Saurus Tredge.
You know, it'd be really funny if he fails that GFI. Here he goes.
Here he comes. Oh, maybe.
We're thinking about
He's
it.
having a look. He's having a little look.
Nope, he's just getting... All right, we're going. Skink blitz.
Oh boy.
And he doesn't
Oh
get him.
boy.
Do we re-roll? You kind of have to, right? Otherwise, it's just going to get worse for you with the sidestep.
I mean, but you're pow fishing, right?
Yeah. If it's a 2-die pow fish, it's not as bad as it could be. Now, do you just want to...
Still on
Yeah,
the
there you
ball,
go,
yeah.
Spoopy. I love it. It's even harder now to get through.
So what are we?
We're looking at...
Edge 4 dodge coming away from diving tackle.
Not fun, is it?
No, he's punching and he got him.
At least he can't keep moving. Which means Spoopy's going to get another turn to set things up. And
And
the
it can
skink
hit
is still
the
there.
ball.
Yeah. All right, now we take our punches down here in the bottom. One good punch deserves another. And indeed, it happens. Lots of mighty blow being thrown around, and not a lot of removals except that Croxagore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Saurus Fight Club, yeah. So what do you think? We throw the Croxagore into the Saurus scrum there to help out, and then bring Black-Bearded Lizard back to go after the ball situation?
I might bring them both back, to be honest.
Yeah, you think? Just leave Saurus Fight Club going the way it is?
I mean, it's 3v3 there. You've got a strength guy, he's got 2 guard.
Kind of even footing, huh?
Yeah. His guard aren't perfectly positioned for next turn.
They aren't. It's true. They are a little out of position. Clearly,
he's not going to be able to punch all 3 next turn, effectively. So I would just leave those 6 as they are.
And send the Crocs and the other Saurus back. That makes sense. And then at least that'll pressure him to try to go for the score, giving us 3 turns to score back, which is not terrible as Spoopy.
Yeah. Now, the debate for Spoopy is, does he try and hit the ball?
Oh, it's tough, isn't it?
It's going to be a dodge from tackle to set up a 2-die, and then you've got no recovery. And the ball is more than likely going to drop next to diving tackle.
All those things you say are true. Croxagore, there we go. Ties up Tredge.
That's a pretty good one to tie up.
He absolutely is. Of course, with break tackle, he could still get away on a 3+ even with the prehensile tail, but or 2+ actually. Yep. Prehensile tail is useless against strength 5, just like Agi 5.
I think you do the GFI blitz on the Saurus. Want to snicker of the snack. Free up those 2 guys on the ground and
with Black-Bearded Lizard?
With the Black-Bearded Lizard.
So would you stand up Tom Hiss Edison even though he was going to get surfed if he does and it fails? So that you get 2 dice?
Yeah, I mean you have to stand up 1, right? And then the other one makes the situation with the worse. You can do it either way, I think. Oh, no.
He's just going to base. That's an assist. Maybe we're going to see the
punch. Or
punch.
You could do the smart thing and base with that guy and then blitz with the one right next to him.
Yeah, I like that. Tom Hiss Edison blitzing from the ground and then getting on the ball.
Yeah.
And that makes it fairly simple for the other skink to do what he wants to do, which potentially could be get around in front of the ball.
Yeah. I might have had the Black-Bearded Lizard once go to the left, though, so that you push him away from the ball. Or we just don't punch him at all.
No, yeah, maybe the blitz is going to be on the ball here.
We're got to be hitting the ball. We only have a 1 die in the Saurus Fight Club. Do we? Oh no, there's guard at the back there.
Plus strength.
Aha! And we're leaving him free? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about not following that one up. Following and putting the strength 5 back there, he's the safest one. All right, we take the 1 die, pow fishing on the ball. We don't get it. Do we re-roll this? Is it really worth one of our re-rolls? That'll only leave 1 re-roll for the scoring attempt. We do, and it doesn't work.
I wouldn't have re-rolled that.
No, I agree. On the other hand, this ball is in kind of an awkward position now. He's going to have to make some dodges to score. Not a lot, and he has Agi 4, but every roll, right? Every roll counts.
Yep.
What do we do with diving tackle skink there? Sorry, sprint skink. We just stand him up. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think you can go anywhere. You don't want to...
Ooh, no. We dodge away from tackle. All right.
We dodge away from one Tacklesaurus to another.
We also that was a dodge against diving tackle, but I doubt that the ball was going to diving tackle anyone. So
yeah. Rolled
Real
a free.
champion diving tackles with the ball.
Wait. He rolled a free, and shouldn't it trigger?
Yeah, but if he's got it on manual, he could say no.
That was a really quick no, wasn't it? Or did I miss something? Oh, bye.
Oh, good night, Isaac Newton. So what were we saying about if all the skinks get removed from Spoopy's side? Because we may be going there.
Yeah. Thankfully, they're not cast. Is that Muffin getting dwarf advice I see?
It
Jesus
is,
Christ.
yeah. He's talking about how he's going to play dwarves and he wants Death Roller advice, and Troke is telling him it's a terrible idea to go start with a Death Roller. Muffin, if you want advice about starting with a Death Roller, talk to Stryker. He's more in that church than any sane player. Go ask Stryker. Stryker, how do I... Ooh,
Oh,
wow. And we get a POW on
powed him.
sidestep.
Where you going, Spoopy? I think that's the right way.
I agree. He's okay. Now, do you score?
Yeah, you're either scoring or looking at a 1 in 9 to use that skink to help screen somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, he could run to the right. The skink could run his full movement to the right on the touchdown line. And be out of the range of pretty much everybody on Spoopy's team and pull another turn for a stall. But it could be risky because something can always happen.
But if we're doing that 1 in 9, we may as well surf, right?
Yep.
And then stand in that corner instead?
You could. You could. I'd be worried about some kind of
The
cheeky
1 die.
play from Chameleon Trotsky again. I mean, you never know. 1-die POWs do happen.
Yeah. It's risky, but I mean, maybe you do the 1 in 9, the surf, and then score anyway. It's pretty high value, right?
Yeah, that's not a terrible plan. I can get behind that.
But the ball's. I was gonna say the ball's safe if you failed the 1 in 9, but it's not because that frees that Saurus, doesn't it?
Yes, but of course he doesn't have block. So.
Hello.
All right, nice break tackle there. That was a cheeky dodge. That was a.
Where's he going?
No, I think he's where he wants to be. Now when we do the 1 in 9 dodge, Axelander the Great can't go at the ball anymore.
Oh yeah. I like it.
So now we can 1 in 9 out and then surf and then
It's
nope.
risky. No, yeah, he's thought better of it.
So he made that dodge for absolutely no reason. He's lucky it
Yeah.
succeeded because he would have been really embarrassed if he failed a dodge he decided he didn't want to have made. All right, so Spoopy has 3 turns to score back when the opponent has no Crocs.
Pretty good.
Let's check out what
Pretty
these
good
KO
for
rolls
Spoop.
look like when they come up. Look at them human cheerleaders dancing for the lizards.
We got Slibley.
Slibley is back on the pitch. Good
And that's
news
all
for
we needed.
Spoopy. Yeah, that's
11
all he
lizards,
needed.
right?
Yep, because he has 2 skinks out and 2 skinks on the bench. So this is now 10 on 11, and actually it's 9 on 11 because of the send-off.
Mm-hmm.
So suddenly things are looking pretty good for Spoopy for scoring back.
Yeah, this is gonna be tough for Rolling Pink here to win this game.
Yeah, this is not over in any manner. So I'd say that Spoopy really held his own there. Got very lucky with the Crocs removal, and hopefully he can capitalize on it. Unfortunately, the 2 KO'd skinks are the 2 movement up skinks. But what are you gonna do?
You got 3 turns, you don't need those squares.
No, you don't.
Now if he fails the Geofy and dies on the Astro Granite,
I will laugh uproariously.
take that back. So pick your poison, Bloodstep Diving Tackle or Frenzy? Which side do you want to go?
Oh, I'm going to the Frenzy side, absolutely. I'm going to switch my view, get behind Spoopy now. I'm definitely going to the right where the Frenzy is. Definitely not going to make things easy for that Strength 5 Saurus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just I mean, you hit the Frenzysaurus on the way past, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because if
Yeah.
he's down and he's pushed another square left, then he physically can't surf.
Yeah.
Well, he can, but it would require 2 GFIs and a lot of good fortune.
Yeah.
And it looks like Spoopy agrees with us. He's setting up with his Crocs on the right, which makes me think he's going to the right.
Hmm? Why is that Saurus out there? Just blitz coverage,
I
I
I,
guess.
I don't hate it. It's
Yeah.
good to have blitz
Yeah.
coverage.
And oh, that Croc's gonna go tag up Skinks again.
I don't
Can
know.
he get that far? 1, 2.
Now, if he's gonna go right, I would actually prefer putting the not Crocs on the right. Put the Crocs on the side that you care less about, because if he goes bonehead,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
I mean,
happened at the beginning of this game, Muffin, and he got a foul for his trouble.
yeah. Yeah. He based all 3 Skinks and then got 2 diced quite easily by a Saurus and fouled. But yeah, I mean, he can't base 2 Skinks right now
Yep,
with
he's
that
doing what I
Crocs, can
said.
he? He can only base 1.
That's right.
So these line blocks look like they go into the right, and then we've got 2 sources to run down the right. Maybe.
We will find out in a moment, won't we? Skinks creeping closer. Agi4 ready to get that ball wherever it may land.
Oh my god, this is headache trying to work out who's got guard on that line.
I
And who
know, I
hasn't.
know. Because having
Right,
skills on, it's...
all 3 of Rolling Pinks have guard.
And that's really how you set this up, right? When you want to make things as difficult as possible.
Yeah, so this is why Spoopy's line's not looking quite right now, because he's trying to figure it out.
How to get 2 die blocks.
Yeah. Okay, he's set with it. And a quick snap.
All right, so at least we're even with the quick snaps.
Yep.
That quick snap can help negate that guard problem.
Yeah, absolutely. You just step around the sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he just
Good
had
kick,
a whole
too.
turn of thinking about how to negate the guard, and this just gave him more time and made it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. And I like that. I would have moved him up against the LOS because he can provide an assist and then still move, rather than just moving him straight forward. And now he's deciding if he wants to move any of these guys that are straight up on the LOS.
Yeah, I mean, you can move the one guy to the side and then the other 3 across.
Yep.
Straight in front with that. Does that do it? Would kind of.
Yeah, I mean, with the guard in the center, the guys on the outside have 2 dice, and then the guy in the center will have 2 dice once those blocks are complete.
Yeah, Slibbly is guard, yeah.
Yeah, because that'll put guard on all 3 of them. Yep. So, again, I would have gone, with Nicobola Tesla, I would have gone forward and diagonal instead of just going to the right. But it's okay. I mean, he still gets his line blocks this way. He's going to be able to hit all 3 of those LOS guys and still blitz the Frenzy on the right-hand side. And I love that you get a free move even with Bonehead. All right, and the ball lands in a decent place.
1 GFI with the Crocs to base 2 Skinks.
Nice. I was going to say they're good skinks, but pretty much everybody on his team is good except that one skink.
The Raccoon.
I know, Misshapen Paradox. The way to tell them apart is to look for the circles.
Hey.
I mean, if you really care, it's their loincloths and their little booty shorts that are their colors.
Just gotta zoom in, right?
But even then, one's red and green and the other one's red. All right, just a push to start things off on the line, which has got to be disappointing for Spoopy.
I mean, the good thing for Spoopy, right, is he doesn't have mass frenzy like his opponent. Can you imagine trying to figure out that puzzle with frenzy on all of your sources?
Frenzy is one of those double-edged swords.
You're like, how
And
do I not
another
frenzy
push.
myself? Oh dear.
Not ideal. However, we have successfully freed up our pieces to get a 2-die block on this guy and get somebody out of there. Potentially Slibbly moving forward. Oh, Slibbly's blocking. Okay. Wow,
Okay.
3 pushes on the line of scrimmage. That is...
I think I'd just free that Saurus up at this point rather than take the follow-up block. I feel like I need him to go forwards.
super disappointing.
Yeah.
Now, if this block fails...
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. 4
Yeah.
blocks, all
Yeah.
pushes.
Now he's like, yeah, I can't punch this guy again.
All right, now we got to move in and we got to take our blitz on Tackle Frenzy.
Yeah. Crocs.
Croc's getting in the middle there. All right, well, keeping those
Doesn't want
Saurus
to give
tied
up
up.
a free 2-die.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate keeping those Sauruses tied up either. If we go ahead and we punch Snicker of the Snack, we can keep everybody in the middle there tagged, who's already tagged.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe Axelander will stop being totally useless. I'm turning off skills again, because this is just mind-bending. Yep, that's exactly where we want him to go. Tom Hiss Edison, Tom Hiss Edison getting him tied up, and now we're going to see Eric the Red-Bellied going for something, probably blitzing him.
Yeah, I was gonna say blitz him from behind, then he can leave him on your
Oh!
other sword. Oh!
Going for a 3-die on a
Okay.
skink that fails.
Okay.
It'd be fun to look at the history on that Trook, but I'd be shocked if he took the armor up without the armor bust. I'm pretty sure the armor up was a response to being armor busted. It makes it like 5% less silly.
Yeah.
My guess as to the ordering of those things is that he was blodge, and then he got armor busted, and then he rolled that, and then he got move busted. Which means that the armor up didn't protect him from the move bust. That'd be my guess, just like looking at the order the skills were taken in. Because if he wasn't blodge, you wouldn't keep him after the armor bust. And if he was gonna replace a missing stat, and he had missing movement, he'd take plus movement instead of plus armor, I think.
Yeah, because you already have blotch.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my guess. My guess is that that's how that went.
But you gotta remember this is a coach that has frenzy on 5
Sauruses, yeah. He's given for
4
unconventional
Sauruses.
picks. You never know. Alright, and how does this last block go? Are we even going to take it, Axelander? Oh, Axelander is scared. He's scared of blocking. He doesn't want to get hurt. He could have punched more beer. Oh no, they both have guard. It would have been a 1-die. Yeah, that's fair. He doesn't want a 1-die. Alright, we're going to get that free Saurus out in the front. Try to stop that quick score. Poor Finny, it's like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, this is like normal time for me though.
That's true.
But sleep has been lacking. This is what I don't like about pinning him in the middle here on a free turn. Like, you can't now cut back through the middle.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Really. You've got to loop all the way around if you need to switch sides.
Yeah, and those skinks are going to go ahead and make that as difficult as possible.
Yeah.
And your path forward is going to be pretty ugly too. And the other downside, of course, is all of your people are tied up too, given that Sauruses cannot disengage.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to see some sort of, kind of standard screen on the sideline and the ball a little bit further up.
I agree with both of those things.
Because then, if rolling really commits hard to getting in front of it, you've got that. You should have a path somewhere in the middle to cut through.
All right, and we get a POW on Eric the Red-Bellied. Strength not saving him here. And very wise of rolling to avoid a frenzy trap. He's got enough assists in there that even if it was a push, he would still get 2 on the second hit. No result there. Francis Drake having no mighty blow, maybe helping out a little bit there. Of course, he only rolled a 7 for armor, but you never know.
Yeah.
So where do we go in the middle?
This is a little bit tough. I mean, we were saying about him not frenzy trapping himself. These two sources are in one hell of a frenzy trap over there, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they really can't hit anybody. They could take a first hit on Axelander the Great, but if that's not a POW of some variety, then they're in trouble. Of course, it is a 50% chance. It's a coin flip, because both down works too. Because Axelander, of course, is a loser and doesn't have block yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can run a skink around the side to kind of help a bit, but
you'd have to run 2 skinks because you're still gonna get anti-assisted and at least be 2 into 1, if not 2 into red.
Yeah.
And of course the Crocs has guard too, so.
Yeah. So you don't really have much going on there, yeah. But he's taking his time here because it's a bit tough to find anything to do.
It is. So if Spoopy is willing to risk his skinks by building a screen with them, or even basing up Sauruses with them, he could pretty much make this pretty safe. I mean, he has 2 skinks. They could just base up those 2 Sauruses, and he could run his ball forward, as long as he's willing to base up Sauruses with skinks.
Yeah.
And then of course he's got Tom Hiss Edison for further defense.
Yeah,
that's gonna make it harder.
You kind of have to run those skinks in front of the ball right now, don't you? There's nothing else for them to do. And if you don't, then Spoopy's got 3 or 4 players just going up there. Yeah.
There you go.
Keep the valuable one behind.
Gonna make it a lot harder to get through there now.
Hello.
Oh, and there is that 50% chance we were talking about.
Get block already, Axel.
It's not gonna get blocked that way. And another one died, because why not, right? And the Crocs is stunned. Croctor Phil.
That's made this real tough.
Oh, and we are out of time, and we make a Saurus dodge, and we fail.
I mean, that might help a little bit.
That will help, yeah. That frees up Slibley.
Quite a lot.
And it gives a route through the middle.
Side swap really easy now.
Yes.
I would have left that Saurus there. He's blodge.
Yes, because now all we need to do is
all
we need to do is blitz Francis Drake. We have Thomas Edison for an assist, and then we just go right through the middle there.
Yeah. You can even blitz Snicker. That gets you through as well.
Yeah, you could blitz Snicker as well. You're right. Harder to get the assist on Snicker, I think. No, it's not. I'm lying.
It's like I not go. Oh no, that's the terrible source. It's like he's got guard. Everybody's got guard there.
Yeah. So move Genghis Slan up and then blitz. I don't know, with Slibley.
I don't think you want to be throwing loner rolls in, but
yeah, you're right. I was thinking get the guard in there to help keep them tied up further, but you're right.
Yeah, the guy.
Maybe just with Nick Boa Tesla then. And he's stand firm too, so that'll help keep things locked up there.
Yeah.
And if you blitz in from an angle, then you can chain push the other Saurus further away.
Yeah, or he stood Axel up already, didn't he? Could have chained him out and ran him down.
Alright, Slibley providing the assist. I like that as well. Now he could do the blitz with Blackbearded Lizard and not use as much resources.
Yeah.
I definitely think he's going to pull a side switch here. He has to. It's his best route to score.
Yeah, I think I would blitz with Blackbeard just because Tesla can get further forward afterwards.
And he agrees.
Don't 1 in 9, and he 1 in 9s.
Well, he's got one reroll left. This is why he's saving it.
Yeah.
And
Oof.
oh, that's burns. But it's all he needed was a push. It still opens up the path for the ball. No, I'd have pushed the enemy Saurus deeper.
Yeah, because I think you wanted that guy to go, Genghis Khan to go forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have, because Tom Hiss Edison can't get very far through there.
Yeah. No, I definitely would not have pushed there. I'd have pushed, chain pushed, and then pushed more beer onto the LOS where Axelander is now. But the ball is through. The sides are switched. We have 2 Saurus and 2 Skinks that can follow through. Provide some kind of defense here.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone. I think the general way he's done this play was probably the best play, but it's going to be pretty easy for Rolling to respond to this.
Yeah, he's going to get in front of him, and it's going to take some dice next turn to score.
Yeah.
And there's always a chance that somebody falls down on the Astro Granite and breaks their spine. That's the downside of playing Blood Bowl on a cement field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but instead of yardage numbers, we have spikes all around the outside of the field.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And skulls.
Yep.
And we got
Oh, it's an upside
skull
for
in the middle
us,
of the
Practical
pitch.
Snow. It's not an upside for Spoopy. Yep. Good.
Alright, so now the skinks go. Can this?
I mean, we
This one
really
get
only
out
need a
in
front side to
front?
that cage. I don't think you need a back side to that cage because those 2 Sauruses are not getting freed up. But he is going to go ahead and make a full cage. Almost.
I mean,
It's slightly deformed. But
I don't think that skink could go anywhere better, really.
yeah. It gets him
To
into
be
the play
fair.
for next turn.
Yeah. Oh, we had to geofy. That was bad turn ordering there. Geofying on the Astro Granite.
All right. Well. We're going to take a hit with Genghis Khan? I don't see why not, right? Mighty Blow 2 die? No, we don't.
I mean, there's a world in which that Saurus then dodges out and hits the ball.
I
Push him
mean,
that way, but
the other one already. I don't know. I guess that's an even hard. Nah, they're both crappy dodges.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
All right, so I definitely see these this Pachysaurus in the middle getting ready to get in front of the ball. Yep, defending against that Frenzy trap because of course Francis Drake has Frenzy. Now there's a downside of having Frenzy because if Francis Drake didn't have Frenzy,
Yeah.
then Puff could have gotten in front of the cage, but he needs him to provide that assist in case of a push.
So do you now blitz with this guy to move him afterwards? And then you end up stuck on the other Saurus if you push him the first time?
Oof, that's a tough choice. I don't think so. We already have Tredge and the 3 Skinks that can get in front. So I don't think we need Francis Drake. And if we do get a push on the first one, we can intentionally take it and then put him against the 2 Sauruses in the cage on purpose using the Frenzy.
Oh, hello.
Was that a dodge? Did he just try to
Whip.
break tackle cage dive? He
He
did.
just tried to cage dive and snaked into an injury.
That is massive right there. All right, it's tie, and we're going into Spoopy's drive, and he's a Crocs and a Saurus up, and he has Slibbly. That might be the end of the game right there. That failed cage dive there. I definitely would have at least moved one of my Skinks into position to help block the cage, if not both. I mean, he was clearly saving one for recovery if that worked, but that was a bold cage dive. I mean, he was strength 5, but
So, yeah. So I think the thinking must have been, if I screen with 3 skinks, he basically just walks through those skinks.
So I gotta stop the ball.
He can free dice them pretty easy.
And Spoop says, I am not rolling any dice. I want to tie this game. Screw blocking. And I don't hate that at all. That was very smart of him, just taking the score that was given to him by that failed break tackle dodge. I don't know if you noticed, but that was a 1 into a 1 on that break tackle dodge too.
That was Snakes.
That was. It didn't even need to be. All right, so going into halftime, we are 1-1. And the only permanent damage for the game is against the Frenzy Lizards. Oh, and we get another Saurus back, or another Skink back. Not that we need him. But
he goes to the bench. Lovely.
Nice to have
he
him.
had stats up though, right?
Yes, were both movement skinks. So. Yep, that was just Queen Elizabeth has just moved. She's not the one-turner with sprint, but you know.
He's saving him for the end of the game, I guess, and just in case.
We're into the second half. Fogmire Fenbeasts down to 5 Saurus, facing 7 Saurus and a Croxagore. So that's kind of scary now. I think that even if Red was feeling, bullish about this game coming into it, he is not feeling so good now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Spoopy can take his time and go for a slow score.
From what I've seen on Discord, I don't think he was.
Oh yeah, you think he was worried?
I didn't see anything from him about, I'm gonna stomp the minus champ. None of that attitude.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think that. He seems like a decent guy. I don't think he was thinking that, but you got to have that in the back of your mind. This is clearly a multiple season Lizard team here. You've got many seasons of experience, and perfect defense. What are you gonna do with this? What do you do against this line of scrimmage with a perfect defense? Nothing, right?
Go to the right.
Yes,
away
yeah.
From the mighty blow.
Run away, hide. There they go.
Yeah.
The problem with doing that, of course, is it gives up. You just freed up a whole bunch of Sauruses to.
Yeah, if I'm Spoopy, that's my whole team just punching that Saurus and going up the field right now.
Yeah, you just own the left-hand side of this field.
And stall in his end zone for as long as
and we also took the I would say cooler Sauruses off the line. Then we changed our mind and we put one of them back on the line. And look at that kick, too. That is just a perfect kick for Spoopy.
It's such a nice kick.
Oh, all right. And now we're getting in front of this. All right, we're going all in. There's a world here where every single Saurus gets knocked down.
Oh, boy. He's saying, I've got to do something. What can I do?
Yeah, and I mean, even we could even see a surf here.
Yes, Spoopy could surf that guy. Be a bit...
Not even that bad, because the Crocs has guard. So the Crocs just punches up into the left, pushes him up into the left, and then someone else comes in and pows him right off the field.
Yeah.
And the Skinks run away and huddle in the back. Don't hurt us! Don't hurt us! All right, well, Spoopy has to be careful not to get overconfident here because he could easily mess this up, but this is a good position to be in, I think. I mean, not clearly.
Yeah. So the Skink's hiding where only Slibbly can hit them without a GFI.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of
That's the block I'd have started with. I would have pushed him to the right rather than forward, but it doesn't matter because he's not on the field anymore. Goodbye, Thulek. That armor plus didn't help you. He's movement 0 now. Well, that makes this a lot simpler to puzzle out.
Yeah, this is, wow.
Yeah. So I would say bring Eric the Red-Bellied around the back just to pin those Sauruses in. You don't even have to hit them.
It's Slibbly.
That works too.
He's gonna surf. He better surf.
I think the surf is kind of hard to do now. No, he can still do it.
You just follow with the crocs.
Yep. And then who do we use? Axelander?
Oh god, he's what?
Tackle. He's putting tackle on the skinks.
Okay, so we're gonna no. What?
I guess we've decided not to surf. I mean, I guess those Sauruses are pretty much out of the battle anyway.
I guess.
Pinned between Slibley and a Croxagore. Their guard locked out.
I mean, I know facing the skinks is cool and everything, but they will just dodge out of there.
He's got tackle.
I know, but they're gonna dodge. Like, what else are they gonna do? They have to just run away. They've got no help.
That's true.
You know, yeah. I guess my point is you now can't bring the ball up as far as you could have if you'd have left those guys back to protect.
I don't know. I mean, you can still bring it up one square closer from where it is now. The skinks can't get to it. It would require a lot of dodges.
You can hide behind the LOS as well.
Mm-hmm.
No,
and what Draenor says is right.
Hello. What's Draenor saying?
This is the point where you don't cage the ball, you cage the other team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, and the skink picks it up.
I've just noticed that Queen Elizabeth is still on the bench.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she got left off. I guess just to keep her safe, or maybe he didn't notice that she's movement plus?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say it's a tactical decision to keep her safe, but knowing Spoopy.
Oh, alright. I don't hate this.
Hello.
I don't hate this at all.
That's
I'm
why.
Big fan.
More skinks to foul with.
Oh, just a stun, but at least we're not sent off. Good choice, Spoopy. Abraham Skinkin putting the boot in. As we all know, Abraham Skinkin a big fan of kicking people while they're down. What?
And that Crocs is not blocking.
He chose not to in the past.
Way.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you can't because then you can
that whole
grab
thing
the
just
Saurus. You punch Slively and then you hit the ball with the other Saurus. Like.
Yeah. No, this is good. This is not a good position for the Fogmire Fenbeasts to be in. I mean these.
No, he has 3 Sauruses to act with.
I see the entire Saurus line staying right where they are for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
The ball sitting on the end zone until turn 16, and the skinks running around saying, "What do we do? What do we do?" And like eventually trying to dive and failing and dying.
Yeah.
And then we give Fogmire Fenbeasts the opportunity to try to one turn. But they don't have a movement plus one turning skink to use for such a maneuver. So they would have to rely on pushes. And if enough Sauruses die...
They do have Frenzy for the pushes, but yeah.
Yeah, if enough Sauruses get removed, they won't.
And what is it? 2 pushes? 3 pushes?
Oh, I mean, also keep in mind that there's a large number of stand firm.
Oh no!
That's not good. Failed GFI on the Astro Granite, and it's not a snake. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna point out that Spoopy has 3 stand firm with Slively.
Eek.
So he could make
Oh my god!
Just a stun on the Croxagore.
That's pretty big though. That lets him get his guys free. Oh wow!
That doesn't. And the GFI fail, leading to an unrerollable skull.
And the skinks are still based.
Yep, those skinks are gonna die.
Wow, that was a swingy as hell turn right there.
Yeah, I think that I remember how we were saying that Nuffle was gonna decide this one, and it was gonna be decided on removals.
Yep.
Well, I think we were right.
I think so too. Removal of a Crocs in particular.
Yeah, that was the turning point. I think that definitely sent things on a downward trajectory for Red. So I think we take one of the Sauruses on the right and move him over to the left, since the Crocs is stunned.
Yeah. Possibly, yeah. So we're gonna punch the skinks with the 2 Sauruses.
Absolutely.
We're gonna cage the ball and maybe foul one of those. No, we're going over there. Okay.
Oh, we want 3 dice.
We do want 3 dice. That gives
Tackle's
3
not
dice
enough.
and then another 3 dice, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Can we spare anyone to help Slibley and the Crocs out? Probably.
Yeah, Luke, I agree with you on that. That cage dive snake was where the game ended.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 100%. But at the same time, that doesn't. If the snake doesn't happen, that doesn't necessarily mean that Spoopy was going to lose. I think he was still in a strong position
Absolutely.
to at least take it to overtime,
Yep.
if not just recover there and then.
And like I was saying, with 3 stand firm, a 1 turn is not happening.
No.
And so as long as one of the stand firm doesn't get removed from Spoopy's side,
Yeah, I
this is pretty much locked up.
I wonder if Rowling will spot that.
Like go for
That might be his best chance of getting to overtime right now, is to kill a stand firm player.
Yeah, I mean he kind of has to, right? That's his only choice.
Because I don't think you're stopping this score.
No, I don't think so either. Especially not with the tackle going off there. Especially if this is a removal.
Oh.
And it is.
Bye.
Yeah. So there's now only 1 player who can reasonably reach the ball this turn, and next turn it's going to be so caged that it's going to be silly to try to attack.
Yeah, the only thing is these 2 Sauruses in the middle, they can stand up and kind of recover next turn a little bit.
Yeah, but then the cage will be out of their reach, and the entirety of Spoopy's team is going to be getting in their way at that point.
Yeah.
That's cool. Keep him on tackle. And we blitzed with him to free him up to move. He's going to come back. Yeah, and he's going to reinforce while the Croxagora is down. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan. Aww. Unfortunately, Slibley rolls a 1 and 9, but what are you going to do? Block is a good skill.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Rowling goes for here.
The other problem is, with that skink there, it's a frenzy trap. If he tries to stand up one of those 2 Sauruses and blitz with the other one, the ones that are near the ball cage, that's a frenzy trap with the skink there. And he's doing it! And he's not gonna get... Oh, he is! It's Blodge! Oh, there he goes! Into the frenzy trap. Oh, he has tackle, you're right.
But he can't go anywhere now.
Nope, he's stuck.
Because frenzy.
We could try.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Casanova, Saurus on a failed dodge.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really kind of regretting frenzy this half, isn't he?
I think he is.
So what can he do over here on the left?
Not much.
Move the skink round to 2 dice Slibley.
Mm-hmm. And hope that he gets a removal for the 1 turn.
And then run the other skink back to foul.
Or he could 1 die Slibley with a skull.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh no! Slibley.
We cast him.
We thank you for your service, but that Kaz is, that was the Kaz that he needed to be able to try the 1 turn. I mean, the 1 turn is by no means guaranteed, even now, but that makes it possible.
Power Appo?
You can't Appo a star player.
You can't?
No. Star players have their own highly paid Appos, which is why they don't take perms or stay dead. But the trade-off is that you are not allowed to use apothecaries on. And that would be Astrogranite.
GFIing on your own Astrogranite.
And the Astrogranite made the difference. No, it didn't. He rolled double 4s. He was injured. He was stunned even before the Astrogranite. Well, things are good in the bottom left corner. Axelander at the yeah, definitely. At the end of the turn, Axelander can take a block, because why not? But let's get a 3 die there. That's an excellent plan. We're gonna move the ball up and into the center, and we're just gonna sit right on the end zone, waiting. with our Saurus escort.
Got him.
There he goes.
Die. Is he gonna die?
Probably. No. But he is stunned.
Yeah. I'm still fouling that skink, that agi skink.
Yeah. Just for the good of the world, really.
Yeah. Like we've been talking about this one turn at the inevitable one turn at the end of the game, right? If you Kaz that skink, it's a lot harder.
Mm-hmm. Because then all he's gonna have is this rookie skink to try it with. All right, good. Got to use our blitz, right? And we get him. And that keeps things down at the bottom nice, and it gives us a skink to foul with.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Followed
so
in.
that's good. It keeps all the Sauruses tied up.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really have any Sauruses who can even approach the ball, which means we don't really need to defend it with both of the skinks stunned.
Ah.
Ow, Spoopy. You promised us you were going to foul.
I mean, he might do it next turn.
No, he's not going to do it next turn. Come on.
We're going for a Saurus handoff. That looks like a Saurus handoff.
Are you going to hand off to a Saurus in the middle of playoffs
my
like this?
god! In the corner!
Oh my god, Spoopy.
I love it and I hate it all
Yeah.
at the same time.
You know, it's tempting. Eric the Red Bellied is on 29 out of 31, and I bet that Spoopy's looking at that going, I have 3 rerolls, I have 5 turns.
And I mean, you do it, and if you're gonna do it, you do it right now while those skinks are stunned.
Yep, exactly, so they can't steal it. And if it fails, you can pick up with Agi 4 next turn and recover.
That Saurus should be where the skink is.
And he fails with 1, and he rerolls.
Okay,
No, he doesn't reroll it. Okay, well, I guess he just picks up with the Agi 4 in the end zone.
Yeah, but now a snake and that ball's in the crowd sometimes.
Yeah, that was really risky there, my friend.
I'd have had the Saurus in closer.
I'm with you on that. Oh, we open with a 1 and 9 and don't get anywhere, but at least we don't have to deal with Frenzy.
Yeah, and yeah, Rolling Red's eyes lit up for like a quarter of a second until he realized his skinks are out of action.
Yeah, no, I think that you're right about that. And in the bottom left-hand corner, the best we can do is red dice.
Yeah, this must be really painful for Rolling right now. It's like there's people 2 squares away from the sideline, and the ball is on the ground, and I can't do anything about any of it.
What is he trying to decide here? Oh, it was stand firm. I wouldn't have stood firm. I would have let him push me because then it was going to be a frenzy trap. Yeah. Spoopy, that's 3 times this game you should have chosen not to stand firm. That's a lesson that you should learn.
He just stand firm's one of those things where if you're not sure, you use it right.
Yeah, and it's also, usually safer.
Also, you keep him further away. Oh, that's a not fail on a red dice.
You're right. He could push him to the right, Plovac. You're right. I'm wrong. We're wrong. We're both wrong.
Plovac's here?
Yeah. Most Plovac. He's correcting us. Dauntless failing or succeeding, but it's still red dice. And the Croxagore is like, yeah,
he's
push
pro.
Ooh! And it worked!
Pro. We finally get to see Pro use this game.
That's the first time he's used it, and it worked!
Oh!
Wow! Oof.
That Crocs is a champion.
He is. He has really been putting up with a lot of stuff.
He's had his armor broken, what, 4 times now? Alright,
so if you're Spoopy, what do you do here? Do you protect the ball in the end zone and not try to pick it up? Or do you try to pick it up right now?
Right, we have tackle on that skink. He's staying there. No, he's going to the good skink, yeah.
Yeah, you want to keep that skink out of the fight. I'd even consider fouling him.
I would... Oh, he's really just... It's so tough now. You don't want to pick this up, but...
You have to, right?
Leave it.
You don't want to pick it up because you don't want to score. You don't want to end this drive. You want to keep things rolling
And
as they are.
He's not foul. I was gonna say you could leave it on the ground if you foul that skink off the pitch.
Yeah. But he's Agi 4 and he's stunty, so even with tackle there, it's just a 2+2+ to get to the ball.
Yeah. It'll be free because he has to GFI, but yeah.
He could still foul him with Abraham Skinkin. And he kind of has
Where's
to if he
Abraham
doesn't pick
Skinkin?
up the ball.
Oh,
He's the
yeah,
one
yeah.
by the other skink.
Yeah,
Because that skink can't get to the ball. So
yeah,
that'll
you just worry about him next turn, right?
Yeah. So I kind of think that what you have to do is do the foul with Abraham Skinkin. Protect the ball. Nope, he's just going for it. He makes it. All right, so that I don't know if I agree with that. That's a lot of turns to give your opponent, even if he's as beaten up as he is.
Yeah, I think I would have pulled literally everyone that was free into that foul on that skink.
Yeah.
And then gone after the other skink the next turn.
Yeah.
And then you can just say, okay, well, it's overtime, or it's I win, or it's a snakes and we go to overtime on turn 16.
Yep, I agree with you. That's big, that KO not getting up.
Which KO is that?
The Saurus.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that's 4 Sauruses and 2 skinks against an entire lizard team.
Yeah. You stack the line here. You stack the line here,
Oh
surely.
yeah, no, absolutely. There's no ifs, ands, or buts there.
He has 2 guard. If you put every Saurus on the line, can 2 guard do anything? I mean, it could do.
He might be able to punch one of them, but they're not getting free and they're not progressing.
Yeah.
And then they're just gonna get their faces punched in back.
I would. Yeah, I mean, if you space your 2 guard out and the strength 5 out correctly, I think you deny pretty much every hit.
Tech 19 has a great point.
Create frenzy traps.
Red has 1 reroll and a crap ton of frenzy.
Yep.
Which does not bode well for him. So we're not strength stacking.
He does, however, have +1 fan factor.
He does. This could be a pitch invasion. That's pretty much his only hope now is a pitch invasion.
And Spoopy's not stacking the line, but he's got his Crocs up there to make things at least slightly difficult.
He also has the power of friendship. And my axe.
Yeah.
Plovak is right. Mr. More Plovak says guard in the center, strength 5 on either side. That's how you strength stack that line.
Something like that, right? Yeah, exactly. And I would at least want to see a skink behind your Croxicle to set up the frenzy trap.
Mm-hmm.
A bit more, as if you needed to.
Yeah. But Spoopy is in conservation of his team mode, so he put his least valuable players and the Crocs on the line, which is usually what you do, but I think here it probably would have been worth stacking things.
Yeah, I think you protect your team better by just saying you're gonna have a rough time with this.
And that's kind of what you have to do when you set up as raining. That's just not fun for the skink. At least he's agi up, right?
Yeah.
And that is not what you wanted. And Pro fails. That is bad news. No! Spoopy again, you stood firm. Why? If you didn't stand firm on that one, then he was gonna have at best a 1 die.
Yeah. I mean, he gets him anyway, but.
So that's 3 times, because one of them I was wrong. So that's 3 times you shouldn't have stood firm. in the first half, when he was on the skinks, probably shouldn't have stood firm there, and just there, you probably shouldn't have stood firm. This is the Challenger Cup, which is the 2nd tier playoffs in REBBL. The Minors champion gets a ticket to this, and that would be Spoopy, and that's why he's here. So he's playing against a REBBL veteran who finished 4th in Division 2A REL.
Yeah.
And this will be the
Division
first
2
time.
teams, no joke.
This would be the first time that anybody from Minors has progressed past the first round of the championships. And he fails. Does he use his last reroll on this? No, he doesn't.
Come on.
So, Spoopy is now making history if he wins this game. Now, I gotta say that one thing that he did do by scoring so early is negate the 1-turn risk. Because now there is no 1-turn. Now all he has to do is hold him back, and he doesn't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So even with Slibley and his stand firm out, I like that, tying up the 2 Saurus with the guard. I mean, really all he has to do now is just rack up all the Sauruses, keep his tackle free to hit the skinks if they try to do something, and stick his tongue out.
The other thing for Spoopy as well, I wonder if he's thought about it. If everything goes wrong and we go to turn 24, he has 3 rerolls right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's hyper aware of kicks, considering that one of his opponents got through on kicks.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for that.
Do I think that he deserves to win this? I do. He may have made some errors, but he has played really well every season. He really does deserve it. He's quality, and I think he's going to go far in the big leagues next season. He's definitely not going to be in the same division as us. If he wins this one, he's going to end up in at least 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You don't go 18-4-4 on luck alone. He is a good, skilled, thoughtful player, and most of his minor errors can be chalked up to inexperience, which will rapidly go away.
Yep. And he may have been playing for 2 seasons in REBBL, but he's pretty much only played this team, right?
Yes. I mean, I think he might have played some Spin League games, but outside of that, yeah, this is really his only team.
So, to come this far in so few games compared to most of the rest of us.
Yes, absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think that he's in any side leagues or anything, so I think it really is just this.
I think I put a lot of it down to his conservative play. We spend a lot of time shouting at him for being too conservative sometimes.
Mm-hmm. But he doesn't take unnecessary risks.
Yeah, exactly. In the long run, it's really benefited.
Now, these Saurus are not getting out. It's 1 skink against 4 skinks.
Skink versus the world.
Yeah. I agree with you, Tech. This is the end of it here. This Agi 4 skink is gonna have to pick up the ball, run through a screen of skinks, and then potato, and then he's just gonna get mobbed by skinks and die.
Yep. Do we see a punt in playoffs?
You know. And then what? Hope one of the Saurus can break free.
Mm-hmm.
Spoopy does actually. His plus strength one is 29 of 31. That's why he tried the handoff on the end zone last time. Oh man, Proctor Phil is such a trooper.
No AV break this time. AV9 does exist.
The MA plus skink. Queen Elizabeth is 6 out of 16. She just got plus movement. She actually got that after the last game, the playoff game, the finals for minors. She earned her movement. Well, these skinks definitely rolling what they need to roll. Trying to work their way free. Pow, pow.
Oh boy. That's the reroll. Oh!
Alright, well, clearly we blitz, and then we pick up the ball.
Yeah.
We're gonna see some skink on skink action here. I think that we
Oh,
see
baby.
Lizard Nardo da Vinci and Queen Elizabeth go after the skink, and then Chameleon Trotsky pick up that ball and GTFO. And then if you're spoopy and you're eager, yeah, that works too. If you're spoopy and you're eager, you try to get Eric the Red Belly free so he can make his way to the end zone. Or we could do it this way too. I don't hate this. And there you go.
Got him. Bye.
Oh, really got him. Kind of an injury is that? Oh, just a badly hurt. Do you AFO that? No. All right. Chameleon Trotsky, pick up that ball, get to the line, and oh, Croxagore, Croxagore, you're too stupid.
Saved his bad dice for the end.
And that's what you want to do, right? So we do
Yep.
need somebody to keep an eye on Puff.
Puff?
Yeah,
Where's
because
Puff?
Puff is the
Where's he hiding?
pro Dauntless. He's got nobody tagging him right now because the Croxagore didn't get up. So we do want to make sure somebody gets in his way. The odds of him actually doing anything with the ball are tiny.
We could chain push.
Yeah, there's one more skink. The Rakakun. But
yeah.
he's not in a good place to really do anything.
Yeah,
There's
no.
the ball.
Go in.
Good. I like it. Alright, well that's it. That's the end of the game.
I would have picked up with Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, well maybe he wanted to make sure he got the pickup with the Agi 4 just to get it as far away as possible. Maybe hand off next turn.
Yeah.
That's why she
Definitely,
moved up.
Yeah, you want to chain push Nickaby Tesla onto the.
We can just
his
high
face?
five.
The pro guy.
Yes. And then that does it.
Use it.
And he does it. Nope, he stands firm.
No, that's the option.
Oh, that's right. And he
Yeah,
said no.
there we go.
Spoopy, good job.
Hey!
And he puts him on. And he puts him on. Excellent. Now there's no way the Sauruses get free for at least another turn. Well.
So, just fight. Probably for rolling here.
Yeah, you think tech? And then go for the handoff to him, since it's not vital. Tech
No.
wants the Strength 5 Saurus to blitz his way out and move his way downfield so that he can get the handoff and score. Because he's only one touchdown from the level.
I mean,
Yeah, in the rain, it's not worth it. If it wasn't
Plus,
raining,
right?
if it wasn't raining, I'd consider trying, but not
I
really.
you just punch with him for 2 more turns, and hope he gets a cast. Pro.
Pro doing work. That's twice that it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, my game just crashed. Thank you, Cyanide.
3 times. Oh no!
Thank you, Cyanide, for your wonderful programming.
The radio broadcast now, guys.
Let's see if I can get this game back up before it ends.
The pro guy got himself free and is coming back to help punch the Strength 5 Saurus on a 1 die, and it's both down, but they both got block.
Lizard high five.
And a 1 die into a skull on the blodger.
Ooh.
And the skink didn't even get up.
Ooh. I mean, he's just grasping at straws now.
Yeah.
And we are back in, loading up the game right now.
Genghis Slan is 1 SPP away from leveling also.
I would like to see the handoff to Queen Elizabeth. She has a better chance of getting the ball in the rain.
He's just stood in the corner with the Chameleon Trotsky with the ball, so
okay.
Not risking it.
The game couldn't take it that Spoopy didn't use stand for him. That's right. All right, I just saw Chameleon Trotsky move.
Okay, good. You'll catch me up in a second.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
And now Spoopy's
Yeah,
trying to decide what to do next.
Genghis Khan needs to get back in the fight and try and get a Kaz.
I agree with you.
It's a GFI, so I wouldn't do it now. I'd just bring him back. No point in risking him.
Nobody leveled this game. 2 rookies are still at 0 of 6. And Chameleon Trotsky made both touchdowns.
Epical with a keen interest in this, of course.
Indeed, if he wins his game, he's going to be facing this team.
But
Epical, keep in mind your Wood Elves are only armor 7, and look what he did to armor 9. So you know, keep that in mind, my friend.
Yeah.
Spoopy is going to be facing a wizard there, though.
Yeah. And war dancers.
Yeah, war dancers are crazy.
Or, of course, another lizard team.
That's right. That's right, Epical. You know, Epical, if you lose, then you might torture Spoopy into insanity, giving him his 4th lizard mirror in a row. So you might consider that. Oh, we're going for it with Genghis Khan. We want that level. We don't get it. Do we reroll now? Yes, we do.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes, kill him. Get the level. Get on it. You want to be level 5, Genghis Khan. This is how you do it.
We have 3 rookie skinks. I can see a huge gang foul.
Oh, and he's just stunned. Now, we all know that Full Metal. We all know that Full Metal really, really likes when you foul a stunned player. So he would be cheering to foul that. Aww, Spoopy, too nice of a guy for his own good. Refuses to gang foul anybody. I don't think anybody would have faulted you for fouling Snicker of the Snack there.
I mean, I'd have fouled the skink just because it's more likely to kill him.
Yeah. You are a very bloody-minded person.
Alright. This is a fun and interactive turn for Rolling Red here, right?
It is, it is. And he goes for the punch, and he makes it with the one die, and nothing happens. But he tried. You know, just in case Put needed even more SPP, 225 isn't enough.
Jeez.
Ooh, that was a bold. All right, we're trying to decide if we want to allow the stand firm or not. That's right, into red, into a skull.
Hey!
I love it. Yes, Draenor, that's right. And that is the end of the game.
Touchdown dance. Turn 16 foul.
No, you don't turn 16 foul with the ball in your hands. You got to score. Chameleon Trotsky is so close to being a legend. I mean, not like level 7, but like just being amazing.
Anything? Just exchanging GGs?
Probably,
possibly?
Yeah. And there he goes. He does a little dance around his other skink friends.
Got the dub.
And 1-3 for the Secret Lizard Overlords, overcoming the Fogmire Fenbeasts. Rolling Rainbow there, having some unpleasant dice. Finny and I, of course, predicting that this would turn on removals. And it did. And too late to do anything, the KOs come back. Rolling, gonna have a conversation with them in the locker rooms involving a sock with bars of soap in it.
Yeah.
You don't even care about the one turn here.
No.
You just basically use that setup. That works. I would move everybody else back a square just in case he gets a quick snap to keep him from hitting one more person.
Just backline.
Yeah, we're backline.
So you don't get blitzed.
Yeah. I mean, that just
Does
means he's
the
going to use the blitz on the LOS if he doesn't get everyone down.
Hello.
What are you
Hello.
doing, Spoopy? I guess strength stacking with this many people.
Now
Why-
we're strength.
Why did you do this last kick? I don't hate it, but I mean, why didn't you do it last time?
Yeah. At least put the skinks at the back.
You should put the stand firm in the middle and put the 2 strength 5s on either side of him. But otherwise, good setup.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Back
No,
up.
we're
backline.
backlining.
He looked at it and he realized that he was giving up blocks he didn't need to, and he decided to get his people out while they're still alive. Good plan. Keep them alive to face Epical.
Yeah.
If the MVP lands for a level, I would strongly consider taking Tackle facing Wood Elves next. Like on pretty much anybody. No! Oh, okay. I guess putting the rookie skink on the line is fine. Abraham skinking. Hey, Abraham, how'd you like to go see a play on the line of scrimmage?
Oh boy.
Yep. No, I'm a fan of that. Useless Axelander the Great and the 2-0 of 6 skinks on the line. I love it. Abraham, we bought you tickets to a play.
This is just him saying, I'm okay if I have loner skinks next game instead of rookies.
Yep. I mean, he's got 2 great skinks to use, even if they 3 great skinks to use, even if they die. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, at turn 16 foul on Axelander the Great, right? Yeah, he did to get Slibley.
Yeah.
Hey, Monty. No, they're not. That's a pet peeve
Yes,
of
they are.
mine. I don't know. I don't think so.
They're not. They're just because you want to kill stuff.
Yes, that's right. And
it's a zero risk play.
Exactly. I think that I don't have a problem with doing them. I do have a problem with calling them respect fouls. I think that makes people feel better about wanting to hurt people. I think they should just admit it.
I mean, I do them when I'm winning, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I do them with my Nurgle teams. I don't do them with my Dark Elves, but I do them with Nurgle because I want to get that Rotter, man. You get that foul kill on turn 16, you get a free Rotter, and you're like, woohoo!
Yeah.
Finny is an asshole. He is. Unabashed. Oh my god, every freaking kickoff is a quick snap.
I mean, it's one of the very few zero downside, zero risk to you plays in the game.
It's
I
true.
don't see why you wouldn't.
I'm a big fan. And it has a chance of earning you 40k gold if you're Nurgle. Or undead.
Yeah.
Spoopy messed up his backline defense. No, Techie, he just doesn't care.
No, he just didn't.
if Rolling Red wants to one turn, he's welcome to. It'll be 2-3. Spoopy still wins. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't save turn 16 setups either. I think it's more like 26.
Sometimes.
Yeah, 18, 4, and 4 is his record. Oh, Abraham Skinkin went to the play. That was a trap. You should have known that.
He's fine. He's fine.
He's okay. Just a graze.
Yep.
Oh, and a block does a trick. Block is a good skill, but not good enough.
It's also fine.
And now Axelander the Great gets punched twice. The only choice is with whom do we punch?
4 times. We got a blitz.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's one. Actually, 6 times. We could blitz him back in.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
Maybe.
That's what we
Don't
mean.
need
That's
it.
why it's 6. And he's down. All right. So I guess we foul the skink.
Who's getting the boot?
I foul the skink.
And,
More likely
boot.
to break the armor there.
Oh,
we're vanity
passing first.
No, we're not. We're dropping the ball on the ground.
Yeah,
And
right.
the game ends. Well,
Wow.
everyone, thank you all so much for coming to watch this amazing game. Congratulations to Spoopy making history. First time that a minors coach champion has ever made it past the first round of the REBBL playoffs. I hope that you
Wow.
enjoy it in Division 3 or higher where you're going to go.
Yeah.
My condolences to Rolling Rainbow. That was brutal. Those removals absolutely made the difference. I don't think there was anything that you could have done about that, so you can at least take solace there. So thanks to the coaches for such a great game. Finney, thank you for co-hosting this.
Always a pleasure.
And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream on that high note. I hope that everyone has a wonderful evening. Do we have another playoff game going right now?
Rusty and Shales should be. Let's.
Is it on Rusty's channel? What's his Twitch?
Russellford Seabar.
Russellford Sea Butter. There we go. I see him. All right.
There you go. Cool.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys off to Russellford Sea Butter. He is casting Paranoid Puppies versus Knights Saying Knee. It's Necro versus those guys with the armor, and it is just the start of the second half now. So thank you everybody for coming by to watch, and enjoy the rest of the playoff season. Have a wonderful evening.
Bye. Oh, no spoilers.
Yep. And the raid goes off. All right. What a game, huh?
Not punished for that one. Oof.
Oh, that would have been so huge
cool.
if that was just a stun.
That was the Robbyiest of plays right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my.
Wanted to kill him. Didn't want to give him a chance.
Me too. All right, I'm going to drop off of Discord now. You have a good evening, Finn.
You too.
But the Necro are in no rush. Now having removed one of the most valuable pieces for the Bretts, they should have ample opportunity here to start kind of a sustained removal campaign.